Ooh, we Tokyo drift in the kayak cart today, baby. Oh, all right, we are out here. Let's get it. What is going on, y'all? My name is Spice of the Spice Camp Fish. Today we are out at the pond that dreams are made of. I was out here probably about a week ago, and what I was seeing was, well, a whole lot of this. I don't know if you guys can see in the water over here. Here, I'll give you a little bit of a better look. There, that might be a little better for y'all. But if you guys can see, the whole pond right now is essentially covered in this grass stuff. There's some holes in it like this over here, but a lot of the lake is just all this big fat grass mat that grows just to about, I'd say, a foot underneath the surface. Now, the last time I came out here, I was throwing a Senko pretty much almost exclusively. We caught a bunch of fish doing that, but we were only really catching some smaller ones, probably about 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. We did end up getting a couple of better, like 2.5 pounders, but again, most of the ones that we were catching were just around that 1.5 pound size. Now, that's pretty average for out here. That's about the average size of the fish. There's a lot of little buck bass around here. That's actually pretty average for all around Colorado. I think 1.5 to 2 pound bass is just about the average size that you'll catch out of most ponds. But I know there's some big fish out here. I've seen them, I've caught them, I've hooked them and lost them. They've broken me off. I've seen a lot of really big fish out of here. So I came out here to try and get on some bigger size class fish. And one of the best ways that I've heard to do that, especially when the grass mat's up like this, is heavy punching. Now, to be honest, that's not something that I do pretty much at all. I think I've gotten maybe 2 bites in my entire life on like heavy punching. I've lost both of them. I never actually caught a fish on it. So that's what we're doing today. As you guys can probably tell behind me, we don't have the whole tackle shop with us today. We've just got one rod and the net. And if you look in the back of the tackle sack back there, it looks a little sad. It's just got pretty much my anchor, my terminal tackle box, and like a couple of bags of soft plastics. But I think that's gonna be all that we need today. Again, I really wanna get on my first flipping or punching fish. I would absolutely love to do that. It's something that, again, I don't do a lot of and I'd love to learn more about. And since it's slick calm today and it's really, really hot, I feel like most of those fish should be tucked up underneath a lot of these grass mats, so it should be a perfect time to learn. But yeah, I'm gonna get you guys strapped on my chest and we're gonna tie on a few baits, see if we can get on a few punching fish. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get after it. All right, so like I said in the intro, we are running with some very minimal tackle today. I've got 4 different baits, 5 different packs of baits, but 4 different baits. We got the Berkley Power Baits Champ Craw. We got the Strike King Rage Menaces. These are actually the bigger Rage Menaces. Then we got some of the Googan Baits Bandito Bugs. And we also have some of the old standbys, the Berkley Havoc Pit Bosses. So we're gonna see what they're biting today. I got a few different things, a few different kinds of presentations. We got like a craw, a few of these like flappy beavers, and then that Havoc one will be a little bit more of a finessey beaver. But I think I'm gonna start off with a craw. Been watching a lot of Mikey Ball's videos recently, and he's talked about how he really likes the what is it, the BB Cricket from Gambler. So these are kind of similar to that. They're a little bit beefier in the body, which I think will help keeping that snell hook in the plastic a little bit better, which I like. Got the old punching setup all ready to go. We got a 1 ounce weight. Ideally, I'd probably like a 1 1/4. This stuff is pretty thick, but we're gonna make a 1 ounce do because that's the heaviest that I have. Got 2 bobber stops and then a 3/0 VMC flipping hook. Got that snelled on there with a snell knot, and that's just straight 65-pound braid. There we go. Sweet. I'm just leaving like a little space, like a little 1/4 inch space in between the 2 bobber stops and the top of the weight, so that weight doesn't knock back onto their heads and push the whole bait out of their mouth. But let's see what we can do. Again, never really done any punching before, so this is going to be new for me. think that was a fish. That might have been a fish. It felt weird. It's one thing that I hear is if anything feels weird, just swing on it. So that's what I did. I don't know though, that was very strange. It actually, it looked like it moved too, which was very weird. Like it looked like it hit the bottom and then it kept going. So I don't know if it like hit like one part of the canopy and then went down to the second part of the canopy or what that was about, but if it was a fish, it did not make it to the boat. So watch this real quick, y'all. See how clear this water is right here? Crystal clear. We're gonna go right here. I'm not gonna do this with any cuts. Just gonna make a little right. Look at how much dirtier it is, like 10 feet away. And that's this whole left half of the pond right now, is all this. But right next to it, look, you can see right there, look, dirty, clean, dirty, clean, dirty, clean. Why? You guys know why that happens? Let me know down in the comments. Is it something about the grass? Is the grass over here like more dead? It looks different. It looks more multicolored, I guess. This might be better stuff to be flipping, I'm not really sure. But it looks kind of like it's a little bit more of a matte and then it kind of opens up underneath maybe. I don't know. Give it a shot. If nothing else, our black and blue color matches this area of the lake a lot better than when we were just fishing. Although from what I hear, they'll eat a black and blue anything. Oh, that's a big bass. That's like a 4-pounder just sitting right there. I wouldn't say 4, he's probably about 3.5. Just sitting there looking at me. Just a freaking football. Yeah, you go somewhere else. Go under these mats so I can catch you.
6.5 hours later.
Here's a bite. Got one. Yes! Finally! Haha! I got a fish while I was punching. Yeah! Alright, buddy. Calm yourself. That was awesome. Oh, been out here fishing forever. Haven't got so much as a sniff. But we finally got one on the Strike King Rage Menace. Freaking VMC hook got him good. Alright. Here we go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. You're the man. You have no idea how much you mean. Alright, buddy. Appreciate it. Later. There he goes. Just disappears back into the grass. That is crazy. So that first fish just came on one of these little suckers. These are the Strike King, I believe they're the Magnum Rage Menaces, is what they're called. It's a little bit bigger profile. I was hoping that might either help these fish see it a little bit either underneath these mats, give it a little bit of bigger profile. Or I was thinking they would help me get some bigger fish, but neither of those really seem to be working super well. So we're gonna keep fishing with these for a little bit. See if we can't find ourselves another fish or two. But I think I've only got like another hour or so of recording time on my GoPro, so we might have to resume this little flipping mission tomorrow. This bait is a little bit big for this hook. That's why I let that guy eat it for a sec. This is a 3/0 VMC hook. I'd probably like a 4 or a 5/0 for a bait this big. But doesn't seem like it makes that much of a difference. I'm also just tearing off these little side appendages on this bait just to make sure it goes through the cover a little bit better. But yeah, that's what we're rolling with. Let's get another one. Try and fish over there again. I made kind of a longer cast over towards this, it's kind of like a hole in the grass over here where it gets a little bit less heavy, I guess. And that guy was like right on the edge of the hole. Oh, there's another one. Yes, little guy. There we go. All right. Calm yourself, buddy. Probably about the same size as the first one. Hooked him on the bottom of the mouth. Not really sure how I did that. Here we go. Number 2. See ya. They've all both kind of been on like the edges of stuff, so I think I might have been actually fishing the wrong stuff the whole day. I've been kind of focusing on the really heavy stuff. Maybe they're not really that deep in the cover. Maybe they're just kind of out and around the edges. We'll see. See if we can find another one. There's another one. Yes. Oh, best one of the day for sure. Get out of there, buddy. Yes. Yes. Number 3. Get after it, dude. Yes. This might be the last fish in today's video, folks. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. I learned a whole bunch. And I'll actually go over what I learned with you guys back at my place. But we're gonna let this guy go back into his little grassy oasis and we'll call it a day. All right, buddy. Appreciate you. See ya. Alright y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a grind for sure. I only caught 3 fish and probably about 6 or 7 hours worth of fishing, and it was super hot the entire day. The fish just didn't seem to be reacting for whatever reason. I was hoping they were going to be up underneath those mats since it was so bright and sunny and super hot, but they seemed like they were a little bit more around the edges. So I just real quick wanted to go over a couple of things from the video that I figured out and kind of learned while I was doing this stuff, since it was kind of a new technique for me to be trying to learn. So first up, I obviously want to say I learned a lot of the stuff that I did from watching a lot of people's YouTube videos. But what I want to impress upon you guys is some of the stuff that y'all hear in certain YouTube videos might not necessarily apply for your body of water. For example, I was watching a Mikey Balls video, and he said that black and blue, for whatever reason, gets bit anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's clear or dirty water. The fish just seem to like it when they're punching. Now that definitely makes sense, especially under those heavy mats. A lot of the time there isn't a lot of light, so you want something that silhouettes a little bit better in the water. But for me, for whatever reason, it seemed like those fish actually like a little bit more of a natural bluegill imitation color. I don't know if it's just because they were feeding on bluegill or what. I know a lot of the times when they're eating stuff in those mats and stuff, a lot of what they're eating is bluegill or small bait fish, so I don't know if that was the reason. But yeah, I probably fished with that black and blue craw for like 3.5, 4 hours, and then switched over to that rage bug and got bit within the first like 30 minutes or so. So I don't know if it was specifically a color thing or maybe it was just where I was fishing in the pond. But for whatever reason, they seemed to like that natural color that I was using a little bit better than the black and blue. The other thing that didn't really translate over into today's video was that a lot of people tend to fish the really, really heavy, super thick parts of the cover, because that tends to be where the really big fish sit. I spent a lot of time fishing those. Again, probably spent 3 or 4 hours just flipping into them, just the really, like the heaviest, thickest stuff that I could find. But for whatever reason, those fish seemed to be a little bit more out in the open. They were kind of situating themselves along the edges of the grass as opposed to sitting right in the middle. So once I stopped fishing that really, really heavy stuff and started focusing more on the edges, I realized I was getting more bites and obviously catching more fish. Now, I mean, obviously you guys saw we didn't catch any big fish in today's video. I think they were probably all about the same size, 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds, somewhere around there. So maybe those bigger fish were in deeper water underneath those big mats and I just didn't make the correct pitch, or I don't know what the deal was, but we didn't end up linking up with any of the big ones. But I really look forward to using this technique a lot more, especially towards the end of August and going into September. I find that those fish really get situated underneath the mats, especially once they start dying off a little bit in the fall. So definitely be on the lookout for some more flipping content in the future. Again, it's a technique I don't do a lot, but it's something that I really want to learn how to do really well. Because, I mean, it catches big fish, and it's not a way that a lot of people fish, at least out in Colorado. I don't really see anybody really fishing the heavy mats. They'll fish over the top of them with a frog sometimes, but a lot of people aren't really doing that heavy flipping and punching, so I feel like if I could dial that in, I can really up my game and catch some real big fish. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor, go down below, hit that like button for me. Lets me know you guys want to see some more content from me, and it also helps more people see this video. Also, if you guys like this content from me, you want to see some more of it, you can go down below, hit the subscribe button. I put up 2 new videos every single week, so if you guys want to see some more kayak fishing or bank fishing for bass, that's going to be the way you can do it. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed. As per usual, anything that we caught fish on will be linked down in the description for y'all to check out. But really hope you guys enjoyed again. Check them and wreck them, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.